Sourcing in Energex is responsible for sourcing all the procurement activities on behalf of Energex. For this reason, Energex being a government-owned corporation, we are to follow the requirements as per the Queensland Government procurement policy. The implementation of EPQS on the construction category has ensured that compliance is monitored by EPQS, and also the documentation that we are bound to generate is either embedded or generated by EPQS. From tender creation to awarding of the contract, there's now no involvement from sourcing except for the validation of the system's findings. So we have reduced our involvements from months of work down to less than a day of work, and that allows us to focus on more value-adding activities. For sourcing staff, we now talk about validating data supplied by the tenderers instead of evaluating. The system does the evaluation, so it's a significant gain in time.
Initially, procurement came to us and spent a fair bit of time sort of understanding our business needs and our requirements. And over the development phase of the process, the project, they pretty well developed an innovative tool that enables us to meet our business needs, something that's quite clever and unique. Previously, there was quite a handoff and a number of people involved, I suppose, in the whole tender creation, tender evaluation and award process. So from our perspective as the sort of business unit looking after the particular contracts, it was quite an inefficient process. I suppose there was a lot of handoffs, a lot of duplication of effort and inefficiencies. So it was quite a protracted sort of process for us to get projects out to tender. Obviously there are a lot of handoffs. We had the procurement group that were largely involved in each step of the process, that being the creation of the tenders through to the award of the contract. We now are in a position where we have more autonomy in development of that, whilst there's still being the governance being controlled by the procurement group. The other advantage I see is that it's a very simple tool to use. For example, in the creation of the contract, at the end it's a simple click of a few buttons and basically the contract's awarded to the successful tenderer. Some of the other advantages are with the reduced cycle time, it gives us much better visibility and control over the program of work, which is quite a benefit to ourselves and our contract partners. A good example came up the other day on a particular civil construction contract. We had finished the tender evaluation. We were near finished getting the approval, financial approval memo signed, and our manager was just walking past, and we ran through the project with him, and he signed the memo. While we were chatting, we had uploaded or put the approval memo into the system, which then self-generates the instrument of agreement to the successful contractor. And whilst we were chatting, the contractor had rung up one of my contract managers and were basically arranging the construction startup meeting. So that quite impressed my manager and really showed how quick the system can work.